If you're over 60 and you wake up with stiff joints, low energy, or just feeling older than you should call, this is not normal aging. And the scary part, you're probably eating foods every single day that are making it worse.
Stay with me, Ty, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to eat to start feeling better within 2 weeks.
You know the feeling, that slight hesitation before opening a jar, or the stiffness in your fingers when you first wake up. Past the age of 60, that joint pain, the persistent fatigue, and the gradual decline in mobility usually trace back to one invisible driver: systemic inflammation. Chances are you have been bombarded by marketing campaigns for miracle superfoods and expensive supplements that promise to wipe that pain away, only to leave you exactly where you started. We need to stop treating daily food choices like magic cures. Instead, we should treat them as calculated investments, where specific inputs are required to yield specific biological results. Today, we are putting 5 heavily discussed foods through a strict return on investment test. We will measure the actual grocery cost and the required culinary effort against the physical payoff they deliver. To measure that payoff, we are looking at C-reactive protein, or CRP. This is the objective, doctor-verified protein marker in your blood that dictates your level of internal inflammation. Driving that CRP number down requires you to step away from default, convenience-based eating and commit to deliberate, sometimes costly daily trade-offs. Our first dietary intervention is eating fatty fish, specifically salmon, mackerel, or sardines, exactly twice a week. These specific fish are highly dense in omega-3 fatty acids, which directly suppress the production of inflammatory molecules, leading to a measurable drop in your systemic CRP markers. But procuring and cooking fresh, wild-caught fish demands a significantly higher grocery budget, and it requires the culinary confidence to prepare it properly. The pragmatic workaround is canned sardines. You get the exact same dense omega-3 anti-inflammatory payoff, but for a fraction of the cost and absolutely zero prep time. The second major lipid intervention is a full kitchen swap. You eliminate standard vegetable and canola oils completely, replacing them with extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil contains an active compound called oleocanthal. Once absorbed, it targets and blocks the exact same inflammatory enzymes as an over-the-counter ibuprofen. Plotting our return on investment matrix, cost against impact, the olive oil swap lands squarely in the low-effort, high-impact quadrant. Adding fatty fish shows a stark financial contrast. Fresh salmon plots high for cost and impact, while canned sardines deliver identical impact for very low cost. Mastering these 2 primary dietary fats provides the single greatest baseline reduction in joint pain, making the higher grocery cost biologically justifiable. Next, we look at turmeric. The active compound inside this root is curcumin, a deeply studied and highly potent anti-inflammatory substance. But consuming turmeric powder entirely on its own is a trap. The human body struggles to absorb curcumin, meaning you get almost zero biological return on the money you spent. This chart shows the required biological hack. Baseline curcumin absorption is tiny, but when you combine it with a compound found in black pepper, that absorption shoots 2,000% higher. Achieving this absorption spike requires daily culinary discipline. You must deliberately mix these 2 spices into your regular cooked meals, rather than relying on isolated, overpriced supplements. Blueberries function as concentrated antioxidant delivery mechanisms. Inside your body, those antioxidants, specifically anthocyanins, act like fast-moving interceptors. They aggressively track down and neutralize microscopic inflammatory pathways before they can cause cellular damage. To maintain that continuous pathway blocking effect, your biology requires a strict threshold. You need to consume a handful of these berries every single day. The logistics of that are tough. Fresh berries spoil incredibly fast in the refrigerator, and they carry a severe price premium outside of the summer harvesting months. The required strategy here is to buy them frozen. Frozen berries lock in the antioxidants at peak ripeness and offer a budget-friendly way for seniors to maintain daily consistency year-round. Utilizing famous superfoods yields absolutely no physical benefit unless you respect their specific chemical rules and sourcing realities. Our final daily requirement is dark leafy greens, specifically spinach, kale, and arugula. These solve a widespread physiological problem. A massive portion of the over 60 demographic is severely deficient in vitamin K and magnesium. Vitamin K prevents the activation of inflammatory cytokines in your bone and vascular tissue, while magnesium regulates the cellular stress response that triggers CRP. Without these, your body stays in a state of chronic, elevated inflammation. The behavioral friction here is steep. Unlike pantry staples, fresh greens demand rigorous daily prep, careful washing, and strict refrigerator management. If you aren't strictly managing that process, those greens wilt in the crisper drawer, resulting in guaranteed food waste and financial loss. Bringing our effort matrix back, we can see exactly where this lands. Daily greens plot distinctly in the high-effort, high-impact quadrant, making them the most labor-intensive daily intervention on our list. Correcting baseline micronutrient deficiencies demands the highest behavioral effort, but it serves as the non-negotiable foundation your immune system needs to function. We have evaluated the individual foods. Now we need to build cohesive, realistic action plans based on your actual energy limits and financial constraints. First, consider the budget pragmatist. This is a profile for viewers living on a fixed income who have very low energy reserves for vary cooking. This is the pragmatist plan. We explicitly omit the high-cost items in favor of strict budget swaps. You check the boxes for the extra virgin olive oil swap, frozen blueberries, and canned sardines. This specific trio delivers a high reduction in joint pain without exhausting your grocery wallet or requiring advanced knife skills. Next, we have the premium optimizer. This viewer has a flexible grocery budget and actively enjoys the routine of culinary preparation. This is the optimizer plan. It focuses heavily on high-effort culinary disciplines, checking the boxes for fresh wild salmon, rigorous daily greens prep, and the precise turmeric and black pepper pairing. Executing this advanced routine day in and day out extracts the absolute maximum possible reduction in your CRP levels. The danger is falling into the middle ground trap. Buying expensive, high-effort ingredients is a waste of money if you fail to execute the daily consistency required to actually see a biological return. The most effective anti-inflammatory diet is the one perfectly calibrated to your real-world capacity to execute it every single week.
So there you have it, Farah. 5 foods that fight inflammation after 60. Pick even 2 or 3 of these and start adding them this week. Your joints, your energy, your brain will thank you. If this was helpful, hit like, it helps more people find this channel. And subscribe if you want more videos like this every week. I'll see you Tuesday.